Halloween is just 3 weeks away, and it's normally a time for trick-or-treating, Halloween parties, and of course those haunted houses. But with a global health crisis and one of the biggest economic downturns of our time, TORC's Travis Guillory found out that the second largest spending holiday behind Christmas can survive.
Come in and enjoy the festivities we have in store for you.
That's not an invitation many will take you up on. One, because it's a creepy animatronic clown, and two, because of COVID-19.
Normally people start coming in July.
Sasheen Patton owns Spotlight Magic and Costumes in Tulsa, a business she had to temporarily shut down because of the pandemic.
We had 3 or 4 months where we had very little business because a lot of our businesses, schools, theaters, events, and none of that was happening.
A scary thing for a business that orders all of its merchandise in January. But now that things are starting to happen, though, Patton says business is picking up. Actually, she'd even go as far as to say it's booming, seeing a huge uptick in September.
I've just been surprised we've had such a nice increase. It's good to see Tulsa's, wanting to have Halloween, but we're trying to suggest safe ways for them to do it.
That includes requiring masks, continually cleaning costume rentals, and asking people to be more cautious in the store.
Usually, people are really wanting to try masks on a lot, and we're just asking them to really be a little bit more intentional about if they really are wanting to make the purchase, then they can try it.
So while costume shops seem to be doing okay, what about other Halloween staples?
If we canceled Halloween, not devastating, but would not be any fun.
Matt Hiller, vice president of the Castle of Muskogee, says he took a big hit when he had to cancel the Renaissance Festival earlier this year. A 25-year tradition, just like the Halloween Festival.
Oh, it's huge. Halloween Festival's grown from a single event for one weekend to a 5-weekend event with on a normal year, 11 events going on.
But with 5,000 or 6,000 people expected on a busy night, the Castle has had to cut down on some of those events, especially, but unfortunately, activities for kids.
So the kids aren't continually touching more things that other kids have touched and installed. We just felt like it was simpler to do away with Halloween Land. We've done away with the bounce houses and most of the games out here.
They are keeping other family events like the train ride, hay ride, and catacombs, but limiting capacity and lengthening the amount of space for lines to make way for social distancing.
We've expanded our rooms to give the ghosts more room to get away from the people that may be coming through in their own group. We've also added a lot of animatronics. Also required all of our ghosts to come up with a character that has a mask over their mouth and nose.
Back in Tulsa, Pumpkin Town Farms has a big advantage.
We have actually seen a little bit of uptick in our attendance. I think that's because we're outdoors. We are totally outdoors. We're on 20 acres, so there's obviously a lot of room to socially distance.
Like the Castle of Muskogee, Pumpkin Town owner BRIGETTE says that a busy weekend can bring in a few thousand people to the South Tulsa attraction. But with added safety and sanitizing measures, she's happy to welcome families back in safely.
It really means a lot to people to get to take a break from all of this, all the worry, and just get back to some of the fall traditions.
But that's not the case everywhere.
I'm in New York, and we're just getting to the 25% capacity on restaurants here.
TONYA GARCIA is a retail reporter for Market Watch.
Data is showing that consumers are planning to cut their spending by quite a bit, by something like half. You're going to see that folks might quickly turn their attention to the holidays and kind of bypass Halloween just a little bit.
And retailers know that.
For the retailers, it makes much more sense to focus on where more of the money is going to come from. And it's going to be the period after Halloween.
And how people spend money depends on their behaviors. This chart from the National Retail Federation shows how consumers expect to celebrate Halloween this year compared to last year. About the same amount of people say that they're going to dress up in a costume, dress their pet up in a costume, and carve a pumpkin. Less people say that they're going to throw or attend a party, hand out candy, visit a haunted house, or go trick-or-treating. But more people say they'll decorate their home, something Sasheen Patton has seen at Spotlight Magic and Costumes.
They're wanting to, get new things for their house. even for their businesses. I've had a guy decorate for his dorm, all different things. I think people have been cramped up in their houses for so long. They want to do something that, is a little bit out of the ordinary compared to what they've been used to.
But the trick is to do it safely so that you can treat yourself.
Well, that was Travis Guillory reporting. The CDC said traditional trick-or-treating and indoor haunted houses where people are screaming are the higher risk category of Halloween activities. However, local officials like the Tulsa Health Department tell 2 Works For You there are no guidelines or restrictions for activities like trick-or-treating at this time.